Buffalo is going to win it home.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, sir. We're back. We're back. Let me give a shout out. I want to give a shout out. I want to shout out Josh, bro. Shout out Josh, coach, for that intro. He gave us an intro 6 years ago, and that joint still fires before he went on to the greener pastures, man. Shout out to Tape Kage himself. So it's a dope intro, and I love it every time I see it. So definitely shout out to Josh, coach, and everything he's doing out in Vegas, doing real big, man. Shout out to him.
No doubt. Shout out to little bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Much success.
For sure. Awesome success. We got him before he got too big for us. Pause.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out Josh. But we back, man. We back talking Bills. Football is getting closer and closer, right? We down to one more preseason game. If people can ask, we can fast forward it because I don't think any starters are playing. Oh, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think many players is gonna be playing this game. So we just want to hurry up, get to that week one opener or that week one first game. But we get here with our guy Matty Ice, man. Matt, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm getting excited. It's I'm not liking like the little chill coming through Buffalo. It's like I still want to look.
Summer's over, right?
I want to finish off that summer, man. I know football is here, but I want to finish it off. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Fantasy season is upon us. We got our league coming up. You know what? I'm getting excited, man.
Yeah, facts. I had my first fantasy draft too, so it's definitely here, man. Football is here. Everything feels a little bit better on football here, especially when you got a good team like us. Well, we hope to have a great team this year, and I think we will. But shout out Mikey D, shout out Mills. They are here in spirit, but they're gonna be all. I mean, most of them gonna probably be on closer to week one. We'll see. We're gonna get them back. But before we get in the show, we want you to go like, share, subscribe to the YouTube. You can go follow us on Instagram, go follow us on Facebook, go follow us on YouTube, subscribe to us, man. We're trying to get all those numbers up, get in the algorithm, as Preach would say. And go overduebillspod.com where you get merch. If you want to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram in the DM, we'll try to get you what we got left. Limited sizes, but we still got merch. Hit us up for you want some merch for this game coming up for the preseason or the regular season. And
yes, absolutely.
Shout out Buffalo fan base as well for allowing us to be on this platform. And our sponsor, Matt, tell them who our sponsor this year is.
Yeah, man. So this episode and every other episode is brought to you by the good folks over at AOG Cigar Lounge. AOG Cigar Lounge is the premier cigar lounge in Western New York, located at 3495 Delaware Avenue. Stop in, check out our guys and girls over at AOG today. They have a great selection of cigars and drinks to pair with it. They have, you got coffee, tea. If you want to go in there early, get some work done, be productive, hang out with some friends, go catch a game. Oh, man, it's just a great vibe, great spot to go to. Check out our guys over at AOG Cigar Lounge today. Tell them the guys from the Overdue Bills sent you all day.
Facts. Oops, they want to stay on. Let me get that off. But shout out to AOG. It's always good to have the sponsor to come back. I mean, they messing with us. It was a great year last year. We're gonna even have an even better year this year. So shout out to AOG as always.
No doubt.
So all right, man. It's gonna be a quick show, guys. Quick show. But we're gonna give our best, man. So first off, I want to do this. Right. It was a very unfortunate incident that happened. Things was going around Twitter. You didn't know if it was true or not, but it ended up being true. Ed Oliver lost a child. So we definitely want to send shouts and prayers to Ed Oliver and his family. Me and you, we both have kids. We definitely have young kids. So we know how devastating that would be if something like that hit us. So just definitely sending out my prayers to Ed Oliver. He was already back. I know he probably want to get back and just, to not be. I don't know what else can you do. You know what I mean? You probably want to not be sulking in that, but just my prayers out to him and his family for sure.
No, absolutely, man. Obviously, and you hate to see how it came out and all that stuff. But man, it's glad the team is rallying behind him as they should, and hopefully, Ed and his family, they get better every day with that.
For sure, for sure. Definitely prayers out to Ed Oliver. And take your time, bro. Take your time. But let's get to however, let's move on. Let's move to the just a little talk about the preseason game. If you have anything, any I guess any standouts, right? We end up playing Cleveland Browns. Right. A lot of people was watching because Shador Sanders and all that Deshaun Watson and all that, that circus over there. Thank God we're not. Thank God we have a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those like, man, if you got a quarterback, you don't even got to being worried about who's gonna be your starter, and you got two bad to okay options compared to having Josh Allen. Just night and day. We used to be in that hell, but we're not. So shout out to us.
Shout out to no QB battle. Shout out to no QB battle all day.
Oh man, that's it's a great feeling. But anything you want to take from that game, Matt, that you saw, some of the backups, some of the rookies that play, anything you want to take from that game moving forward?
It's funny, man. Every year, we just have a guy that makes he's making some plays. He makes a big play every year. It seems like we got a guy who catches a bomb in the preseason or catches like a 60, 70 yarder and scores a touchdown. With Jamori Macklin, I think he's working his ass off out there. He's making plays and he's making a real case to make this roster. So shout out to him, man.
Is he related to Jeremy?
I don't know, but I don't know, to be completely honest.
I think I saw it on Twitter, but Twitter be lying. Twitter.
Yeah.
They say anything on there. You don't know if it's true or not.
So anybody in the comments know if he's got any relation to Jeremy?
Yeah, I think I saw he might be related to.
Might be related, man. Jeremy Macklin's like 38. Might be little son, nephew, something like that.
Maybe. Yep. I say this. My biggest takeaway from the game is I was very hard on us not getting another backup, right? I didn't love the Kyle Allen and was it Bouchel? What's the other guy? I forgot. I wasn't Shane. I wasn't high. Obviously, we got Josh Allen, so who cares about the backup, right? Yeah. And we don't want to get hurt. He plays. But to that, Kyle Allen looked good. He served himself well out there, right? It was the twos of Cleveland, whatever. But so what? You know what I'm saying? He completed, like you said, he threw that pass to, like he looked good out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that he looked competent. He had some good time in Carolina as well. So, Kyle Allen didn't look the worst. I shout out to him. He's okay to be a backup. I'm fine with him. I guess that's what I took away. Like, all right, if we gotta play a backup, Kyle Allen don't look the worst. He didn't
look the worst. Yeah,
he did. He did. Like he can run an offense. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not trying to be funny compared to maybe how Deshaun Watson looked. Kyle Allen looked night and day, right? Obviously, maybe Buffalo got a better system over here or something. I don't know, but I'd rather have Kyle Allen look better than Deshaun Watson. He's the starting quarterback for Cleveland Browns. So I don't know if that's saying much, but he did look better than him.
No, I agree. But yeah, man, it's I think we got a couple guys took a step back. I think on the O line, I think we had it's going to be a tight race there. A couple corners are still they're fighting for a roster spot, so it's good. It's good to see that. Good to see those guys out there. I'm excited to see the final 53 get cut down next week. Obviously, like you said, this is going to be like the last time for the guys to make a name for themselves on Thursday night in the stadium. So definitely looking forward to see some of these guys that are fighting for a roster spot try to get in there and make this team.
All right, dude. Now we about to get to some interesting cuts that or some guys that you feel like gonna make it or not. Do you feel like anything from this preseason game helped? Like, do you feel like, all right, well, somebody was close to the bubble, somebody's like, do you feel like something you watched over the last, not just this one, anything you watched the last few preseason games, even some practices, even some, anything that you've seen that makes somebody that was close for you that, all right, now he's gonna be on the 53. And then you could just give me some of the guys that you feel like is gonna make it that's not gonna make it.
Yeah, no, for me, it's the secondary, Connie Walker. He's definitely making a name for himself. Making plays. Obviously undrafted free agent. Just those guys. I think the Geno Stone tenure is done. I think he's taking a step back because of the young guys like Jalen Kilgore stepping in and making a little bit of a name for themselves. And then the linebacker spot is kind of hot too. We came in thinking, man, who's going to play linebacker besides Terrell Bernard? Dorian Williams was coming back off of a pretty significant little neck injury. Then we know the rookie came in. He's been a stud. He's been all the talk of camp. But you got a guy in Buffalo Joe and Keontae Jenkins. They're kind of fighting for that final spot. So I think Buffalo Joe's got the edge right now. But we'll see what happens.
Shout out Malcolm. He said Dwayne Carter's on the bubble. How you feel about Dwayne Carter? You feel like he's on the bubble?
I agree, man. I think that defensive line is deep, man, and you gotta stand out to get to make
Facts.
that unit. I mean, we got guys. We came in thinking that might be the. I think I might have said that might be the weakest position group that we have, just because of the lack of depth. But man, it's probably up there with the best right now with the new scheme, and guys are looking comfortable. They're looking comfortable and they're looking hungry. Maybe they're getting tired of saying they can't sack the quarterback. I don't know. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Mel.
For sure. I think like he said, Dwayne Carter, and I mean, I think even when we brought Gaines up, bringing Gaines, I think Gaines gonna make he looked good. When he played, he looked like he could stop the run. He played. He played this scheme. He said he played this scheme his whole career. So it was nothing. Even though he just got off the couch, it was nothing for him. So I think he's gonna be productive for us as well. So I like that call there. He said TJ Sanders is a trade candidate. He also said TJ Sanders is a trade candidate, simply not big enough.
No, yeah, I can see there's times where he's looking like he needs to pull a Landon Jackson and go bulk up and take an off season to bulk up. So maybe practice squad or something like that. I'm not sure, but you're absolutely right. I think
we didn't like you said, Landon. We didn't bring up Landon Jackson, right? It's a tough room in there. It's a tough room.
It's a very tough room. It's a very
so we'll see that 53
both line units are very tough to crack those units for sure.
Facts. So anything else? Any other? I guess, do you have a bold prediction with your 53? Do you feel like somebody you like? All right, I'm stamping them. This is the guy I want to make it. Do you got anything like that? Somebody out you want to make, even though he might not, or anybody you've been liking? Like, I want him on the team.
It's the wide receiver group, man. I'm pulling for Macklin. I'm pulling for Jamori Macklin. Okay. I like him right now over Trent Sherfield. I think he's going to get the nod because of the special teams, but man, he drops passes. I'm not confident with him out there. I don't love that. I don't love when he's out on the field. I didn't like him here the first time. I don't really love that him in that spot. Let's let a young dude come in who's been making plays. Take that spot. I think Thursday night's going to be a real showing, and hopefully he continues to make plays and does just enough to either be right on the cusp or make that roster, because it's a guy I don't want to get rid of this year. He's my Shavers from last year.
Yeah, he's your Shavers, and hopefully Shavers come back healthy when he's back right. So that's our 53. Maybe Matt, you'll upload something before the 53s to have your final cut down.
Yes.
We probably have something we put on our website. I mean, on the website, or on all our socials as well.
Yeah.
So be looking forward to that.
Because I got a feeling Bean doesn't really mess around, man. He definitely does he does it quick on Friday on the next day. So I got to do something before Friday morning, because I feel like he's going to be getting it ready to roll Friday morning for sure.
He definitely wanted to be known. So I saw something across Twitter. I was on Twitter, saw something across Twitter, and legendary Buffalo broadcaster John Murphy, he had something to say. They asked him what's your feeling about the Bills. He said this. He said one thing that will hold us back this year is the head coach. It's just too soon for Joe Brady. The Bills should take a step back, rebuild their defense, and then make a push for football's ultimate game. That's John Murphy. So what's your thoughts on his thoughts, and do you agree or disagree?
I disagree, man. I think every year we have Josh Allen. I think we got to make the push to go to the Super Bowl. I love John Murphy, but I think, obviously, yes, we want to continue to build on that defense. But we have Josh Allen, man. At the end of the day, yes, we're going to have to build on a good defense, because he's going to go out and put up 20 plus points a game. So if we have a good defense, then we should win every single game with Josh Allen at the helm. But yeah, I don't fully agree with that. I think every year we have Josh, the window's open, so we got to go for it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, shout out to John Murphy, right? He caught a lot, he's been here through the thick of it, right?
Yes.
Shout out to him. So I understand that. So I don't want to take his comments too lightly because last pod I was like the elephant in the room is if Joe Brady is just a disaster, right? It's just like as a head coach. And I'm not talking about the play calls or whatever. I'm talking about like the head coach, or it's just like maybe right the inmates running asylum, or maybe just it's too player friendly. Maybe it's just not enough of the discipline that McDermott has brought. Maybe it's too, the grips are too loose potentially or something like that. That's what it could go wrong. If something can go wrong, maybe it'll go wrong there. So I do understand somebody like a John Murphy thoughts about just a young coach, right? I think Joe Brady is the youngest head coach in NFL, right? He's never was a head coach anywhere else. This is his first time being a head coach as well. So I do understand his he has thoughts about that, or he's hesitant about how that's going to show its face. But I think Joe Brady, I think him learning under a disciplinarian or somebody like a Sean McDermott, understanding what he needs to keep in place to keep some of that going. I think, and I understand, him thinking the defense needs to be rebuilt, but I think it's a lot of youth and y'all young talent on our defense, right? I don't think our defense is some in some way where we just need to just rebuild it. That's why I disagreed with him the most, even though I am a Joe Brady fan, but I do understand having a young coach and maybe somebody like him thinking that we need a more veteran coach. But the defense part, obviously we need to, continue to add more pieces there in the draft and young talent. But I think our defense, I think we got a lot of talent there that people not recognizing. I think it's underrated.
No, I do too. I mean, you got young, and that's kind of Bean's calling card, right? Late gems, young guys that were able to capitalize on their rookie deals, things like that. We're talking Igbinosun, who's gonna get some PT at the corner position. Tough corner. He makes receivers frustrated. He doesn't get a lot of pass interference as he did in college, but you want a physical guy like that. And we talked about some of the other young guys. We got TJ Parker, who's going to come in and he's going to make a difference this year. I like the young guys we got going. Yes, we lost that defensive guy in McDermott, but I think we picked that up in Jim Leonard. I think he's going to be a really good. And you named some of the guys on the Broncos that he helped develop in their time there, and there's no coincidence that he coached the best corner in football, and with Pat Surtain, right? So, and that's a big calling card. So I'm excited to see this young defense. I think they're going to be buzzing, and we got Josh, man. So I think it's going to take a lot of pressure off of them at the end of the day. I just want to double back too on the Macklin comment. He had a 12% drop rate in college.
Oh, okay, yeah, I missed that. Yep, there you go.
Yeah. At Kentucky, he struggled. SEC, bigger thing, but at North Texas, he showed flashes of kind of what he's been showing in the preseason. I mean, he had multiple double-digit touchdown years. He had 1,000-yard seasons at North Texas. I know it's a smaller school, but he'll spend that time. He'll get a little more comfortable, and he did show flashes of what he can do. He makes guys miss. And he's very fast. He has that breakaway, getaway speed. So I'm definitely excited to see him out there. He may be a practice squad guy. We'll see what it is, but I like it.
For sure. So we also got some other stuff. Shout out to Sean. He said, "What do you guys think of the new defensive signing Chubb?" I talked about how I feel about Jim Leonard. I'm excited about the scheme, right? I think we're going to be able to be in more of attacking defense. We're going to, be after the quarterbacks. They led, the Denver Broncos in that scheme. They led the defense, the whole NFL in sacks last year, 68 sacks. So I'm expecting us to have, 50 plus sacks this year. I think that's going to be a big improvement. I think both the DNs, I know Sam isn't high on Group, you know what I'm saying? But, I think both the DNs, I think Chubb, like you said, the signing of Chubb, I think I think Chubb honestly is going to be huge for somebody like TJ Parker, right? Because I think, when you look at Parker and you looked at some of his comps, one of them was a Bradley Chubb, right? Yeah. Remember Bradley Chubb was coming out of college. It was that role where that strength, he could bend a little bit as well. So I think TJ Parker is going to learn a lot from Chubb. Yeah. And I think Chubb is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he stay healthy. Last time he stayed healthy, he had over 10 sacks or something like that. So I think Chubb is going to be a good addition for us, and he's going to help us with our young kid like a TJ Parker. So I'm happy about that as well.
And
Y'all-
one thing
Oh, yep.
one thing about like free agents that come here, especially in that position, I feel like they come from bigger. I mean, not saying Denver's a way bigger market. Miami's a bigger market than we have, but they come here and they fall in love with Buffalo. They say it's completely different. You know, we saw it in Bosa last year. We saw it in we see it in guys.
Bond wanted to come back.
I loved it. We saw, we see it in guys. They end up producing here, man, because they love it. They feel more comfortable here, and obviously he's going to get a lot of snaps. Yes, he's going to get a lot of snaps, and I think he's going to be right in his element, man. So I'm excited to see that. I think Chubb's going to have one of his better years as long as he stays healthy. And then there's another comment with Michael Hoyt, Kevin, my boy Cal. He says he's going to be a game changer. I agree, man. It was unfortunate with him last year. I mean, he came shot out of a cannon off that suspension last year and got hurt. But I'm excited. He's going to get some good reps, and I think he's a really good sideline and locker room guy. He gets it fired up out there. You need a dude like that because you got a lot of chill guys. I think in the Rousseaus and the Bradley Chubb, they're not the rah guys that Hoyt is. So I'm excited to see him out there getting it going.
Yeah, Malcolm. He said we need Greg to bring it all together. Yeah, I think so. Right. I think this is the year. Right. The scheme. This is the scheme that if you a DN or a pass rushing DN, you gotta love this scheme. And I think Greg, it's no more excuses. We paid him. He got paid early. Brandon Beane showed that we believe in him, that he can be some type of, even a Pro Bowl type of guy. I think 10 plus sacks is something that we need. I think 12 plus is really something we need. I think he's capable, right? I think he's capable of that. And I would say there's a lot of we talking about all these people we talking about, Michael Hoyt, Landon Jackson, everybody, all these questions. I just got another reason why I feel like Brandon Beane is such a great GM, right? Because he learns from what happens, right? We were thin on the D line. We had to bring in Bosa. We had to bring in, Michael Hoyt got hurt. Like Ed Oliver was hurt all last year. He learned like, hey, where do we need depth? If something go down, where can I improve on what happened last year, right? And he did that in the cornerback room. He brought in Alford. He brought in IGB. He brought in all these people in the D line. He brought all the depth we have on defense, on the D line, and in the secondary. I think Brandon Beane has done a great job there in some of the picks. If Walker hits. So I think shout out to Brandon Beane again. I know some people give him a lot of because of the wide receiver room last year or how he handled some of our first round picks and stuff like that. But with adding DJ Moore, like a lot of this team, shout out to Brandon Beane. He filled a lot of holes. And I think, we're really, I don't think it's no obvious holes anywhere. Obviously the O-line can be a little shaky. We got little spots in the O-line somewhere, but overall is no big glaring needs. And I think that's a testament of Brandon Beane and how he came with this year, improving on last year for sure. I can't hear you, Matt.
Oh, my bad. Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, is it me?
No. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Like I said, we're going to get the curtain call for some of these. It's going to be some of the last time we see some of these players Thursday night. And it's going to be, the first time we're going to see them for a long time. Some of these other guys. So I'm excited to see it. I'm ready for the season to start, the preseason to end and the regular season to start.
Facts. Malcolm, let's see what he says. Brandon Beane been paying people with the hope of it to be an incentive to get better. Example, Group, Khalil, Bernard, Brown, etc. And work with Khalil and Spencer Brown, but Bernard and Group. We'll see, right? I hear what you're saying, right? Even some people could say we paid Cook early, right? Or on time, and that looked like a steal, right? So I understand, and Bernard, he's been not healthy. So I think somebody, I'm not mad at none of the real signings. He paid Ed Oliver early too, but once again, he hasn't been healthy, right? When they do play, they've been producing when they do play. So we'll see. This is a big year for a lot of these guys, right? It's a big year for Bernard. It's a big year for Group, right? It's a big year for a lot. Even though I like Benford, but this is a new scheme. Last year was a little shaky, with some injuries. So I'm looking for a big rebound for Benford. Sam said he was a top 5 guy. Preach said he's a top 5 guy. He even said he's probably one of the best cornerbacks in the league. So if he got that, we'll see, right? Yeah. So I'm looking for like the defense side of the ball. all these key pieces on the defense side ball with this new scheme. I'm looking for a lot of these guys to step up. And you know what I'm saying? You know how I'm big on Cole Bishop. So after this year, I feel like we need to be trying to sign Cole Bishop early, you know, because I'm big on him. I think he's going to be a very pivotal player in this scheme, and I think he's going to be a great. I think he got all pro level talent, right?
Yes.
So yes, Brandon B is paying people early. You know, maybe it's to incentivize or to let people know I want to, you know, pay my draft picks, right, and get those guys early and not, you know, have to pay late and overpay. So I'm not mad at it, but I know some people who don't like that because like pre-state group, you know, should we have paid them early? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. What's your thoughts about that, Matt?
Yeah, no, and I, you know, obviously they say we lack star. You know, we see some comments. We're lacking star power, and you're absolutely right, man. There's no.
But Josh Allen's the biggest star in football.
Exactly.
Or one of.
Yep.
Top
100%.
2, 3. Right?
That's where I was going to go with it too.
Oh, so my bad.
No, it's all good. But yeah, I agree. We got we got Josh Allen at the end of the day, so that's kind of where we gotta hang our hat, and he's going to make everybody in the room better always. So I'm definitely excited to see how this season goes with him for sure.
Yeah, on the defensive side, I can understand it, but I think James Cook and Josh Allen are really good. I think even DJ Moore, right? I think on the offensive side, we got a lot of good guys, a lot of stars there. And the defensive side, I think this year we're gonna create some stars, right? I'm stamping Cole Bishop as somebody who's gonna become a star. I think he has star level qualities. He's always around. He's right there. He's always gonna be there. He processed the game really good. You know what I'm saying? I like him. Being our quarterback on that side of the ball. So I like Cole Bishop a lot. And I feel like he's going to be a defensive star for us for sure.
No, I agree.
Matt, you got anything else? You got anything else you want to talk about? We got was it Steelers Thursday?
Steelers Thursday at home, night game at the new Highmark. But yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get that. I'm ready to get this one done, and we can get into the real stuff next week. We're gonna get our regular season action going. We're gonna do our predictions. We got a contest about to roll up, so I'm excited. We're gonna probably more than likely have a new sponsor for the contest, so definitely be on the lookout for that.
Facts, 100%. And everybody who's watching, everybody viewing it, please hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe. We want you back. We want you to come back. Shout out to everybody who's been commenting. The comments been great for us. We're gonna be back. We come back weekly. We're here every Tuesday, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. We coming back. We full effect. Be ready.
This is a later show. This is a short show, which it's all right. We're gonna be back in full force next week.
Yeah, full force next week. This one just came in, to give y'all something that we needed to give y'all. But we'll be back full on season, everything moving forward next week. So Matt, anything you else want before we get out of here?
I got nothing, man.
All right, bet. We end every show with a little hey.
Hey.
Let's go.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now.